Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the physical Bardock unit, and this is the Courage in the Heat of Battle Super Saiyan Bardock, and we're going to take a look at him after his Extreme Z Awakening on DBZ Dokkan Battle Global. So obviously this guy and the collection of Bardock units all kind of received their Extreme Z Awakenings, which I think in general helped Bardock's team and just helped a lot. These guys seem pretty interesting, very similar to the Vegeta units that got their EZAs, but I think a little bit better. This Bardock's very interesting. He has defense of 318%. He has attack of 180% when performing a super attack. He gives all allies Ki of 2 and attack and defense of 30%. He will guard all attacks within the same turn after receiving an attack. And he has an additional defense of 30% within the same turn when guard is activated. This is very interesting, and something that's always super interesting with units like this is you're going to get the odd situation, of course, where they're going to take a super attack before they get hit to activate their guard. I understand, but generally speaking, units like this tend to do very well. There was a unit a couple years back named Supreme West Kai, and she degrades as a floating support with a very similar kind of passive. But the nice thing about Bardock is he seems to have the appropriate level of defense to actually kind of handle this. So obviously he's got Super Saiyan, Family Ties, Team Bardock, Saiyan Pride, Prepared for Battle, The First Awakened, and Fierce Battle as his links. Bit interesting that he has Team Bardock, especially considering that it's unusual for Super Saiyan Bardocks to have Team Bardock, because obviously, usually Super Saiyan Bardocks are Bardocks that exist after every member of Team Bardock is dead. So, a bit strange. He's on Raised Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, Exploding Rage, Revenge, Crossover, Powerful Comeback, Storied Figures, Legendary Existence, and Bond of Parent and Child. So he's on a lot of teams. Yeah, quite frankly, it's yeah, pretty like intense, I would say. So yeah, very good looking unit, honestly speaking. Obviously he has a 200% lead in the form of Tech Bardock, which is great for this Bardock. By the way, he looks really good. And yeah, obviously he's going to activate his guard and pretty decent attack. Nothing to write home about, but that's not the big concern here. Bardock having a decent attack stat's kind of a bonus. The real big premise of Bardock is his ability to guard and his potential to be a very good first slot tank, which is very interesting, I think, as a unit. Like, honestly, Bardock could be an incredibly interesting unit. He's going to really help this team. Honestly, I think he's gonna look really good, and I think Tech Bardock's really starting to get like all the good support that he needs to really look like an exceptional unit. Obviously we're running this Bardock at 55%, but I look at the team and you've got this Bardock, you've got Int Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, you've got the Tech Bardock who's decent, you've got Int Tora, and you've got Physical Fascia. So you're starting to really kind of get a really strong Storied Figures Pure Saiyans team that's going to handle a lot of hard events. Honestly, it's very impressive. So yeah, I would say it's kind of sitting in the realm of looking really good. Obviously, to each their own. Some people may not like how the team functions, but I think if you add in all these pieces, the team's starting to look really good. Now the transformation for AGL Bardock is going to link up really well with this physical Super Saiyan Bardock, but I think personally any of the Bardocks you basically link up pretty well with. You'll share 4 or 5 links with most of them, which is really good, and yeah, it's really pivotal just to see how good he is. And yeah, again, attack stats aren't a big concern here. If I'm honest, it's just really not something that's that big an issue to me. I just think, you know, his attack stats aren't really meant to be, I don't want to say they aren't meant to be big, but they aren't meant to be the focal point of the unit. I think the mannerism in which he defends and the way in which he functions is kind of like his highlight point. That's where he looks really good, and I think he does look really, really good. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Bardock. I'm not gonna lie. I think physical Bardock's really good, and I think he helps out the tech Bardock team tremendously. I think, you know, really, like, he kind of pushes and augments Bardock's team quite well. He gives him a really great defensive option. Bardock, as you guys know, is a great second slot option. So having a unit that could potentially be incredibly strong in the first slot is very good. He's very similar in design to Raccoon and Gildo. Basically, the only difference between him and them is that he has to take one single attack to be, you know, like a good defensive unit, or to have his guard active, which obviously dramatically changes how he defends. But he also provides support, unconditional support as well, which I think in general is something I would consider really good. And yeah, I don't know, I think this is a really good unit. I really do like Bardock a lot. I think he's great, and I think, yeah, he's good. Honestly, I think he's great. I think he's really, really impressive. So really, really awesome stuff from Bardock. Obviously, link-wise, just kind of specified for you guys. Super Saiyan's good. Family Ties is a bit more Bardock-centric. Team Bardock's a bit more Bardock-centric. And First Awaken's a bit more Bardock-centric. But Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, you can kind of work off of these to get decent Saiyan-based links. Most Vegeta units, Goku units, any Super Saiyan unit really will have Fierce Battle, Prepared for Battle, and Super Saiyan. So you're immediately pretty good right off the bat there. He doesn't have any requirements to have any kind of unit in his rotation. So this guy is a good first slot unit on every team, basically. Family Ties and Team Bardock and obviously First Awakened are nice links to have. First Awakened's a great link. Team Bardock's also a fantastic link. But they're not necessary. Like, you don't need them to look good. It does help, but you don't need them. They're not mandatory, but they do help. Although in general, I think Bardock just looks decent in a lot of situations. Like I said, he links up well with Super Saiyan Vegetas. They share that whole Saiyan Pride, Super Saiyan kind of thing, and it makes sense. It makes sense. So yeah, I think overall Bardock's in a really good position as a character. I think his link set's good. I think he's got a place. He's very unconditional to work with. He's very versatile, and there's not a lot that you need to factor in to make him work. You just obviously want to make sure that you can, you know, have some kind of key, because he does raise his defense, greatly raises his defense on a super, which is going to help him out. But his raw defense is pretty good. Obviously at Rainbow it goes up quite significantly. If you link level him, it'll go up significantly, and if you give him good equipment, it'll go up significantly. In terms of build, I would probably say crit is where you want to go. I don't really think you need to go the all additional kind of build. I guess you could go evasion as well. Like I said, his attack stats are not too important, as he's mainly a defensive unit. So even going evasion could be a viable option if you really want to maximize the defensive capabilities. However, he does need to be hit at least once. So understand that you could have the very awkward situation of evading the first attack and then getting hit by a super attack straight away. Very unlikely, but it is possible. So just kind of wanted to point that out. Yeah, make sure that you're aware that that is a possibility. But that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye.